G'day everyone, it's Annette here and welcome to my channel. I've always adored texture in art pieces and often try and incorporate it into my own work. I've been wanting to add more texture to my resin ocean scenes for quite a long time, especially texture that you could see through my resin water. I dabbled with doing like artificial sandstone in some pieces before, but I wanted even more texture. By chance I came across this amazing Bulgarian artist on YouTube, and I'll link her channel down below, and she gave some wonderful hints and technique guidance on the exact same thing that I was wanting to do. So this is my first attempt. I went overboard, too many rocks, blah blah blah, but I really enjoyed the process and I hope I get to do some more. Hey everyone, it's Annette here and welcome to my channel Alchemy Art. I have a few products that I use to create texture, like my artificial sandstony looking pieces, but I wanted to try a few other things and sort of combine past techniques that I've used. I've in the past made this artificial sandstone with modelling paste or texture paste, such as this very cheap one from Kmart, but I find it takes a very long time to cure and not be soft before I can paint. I had seen online that you could use pre-mixed tile grout. I went to my local hardware store, specifically asked for tile grout, was pointed in the direction of a rather large container, which is this one here. A few weeks later when I opened it up, I only to discover that the guy and pointed at pre-mixed tile adhesive. It seems to have some sort of aggregate in it. I can't take it back. I didn't keep the docket and I assumed I'd been told the right product. That's it there, it's grey and it's grainy. I had to play with this product. This is the product on its own and it does give some interesting texture in the background, which would be quite good for a reef effect under a resin ocean, I think. But it dries with big cracks in it. So what I decided to do was I used some of the tile adhesive and I mixed in a bit of this interior powder filler and some water, mixed it all up and had to play with that. I slapped it onto an old board here and there, through here and here and here, and it dries quite grainy, no cracks. It dries very fast, within a couple of hours. Then I decided to do some of the modelling pasting and get rid of that, since I've got a lot of it, and that is there and there. It was nothing special, just got it out, slapped it on. I waited for it to get a bit of a skin on top and used my palette knives, just stuck it in while it was curing and made shapes to give myself a look of boulders here and there. This is almost cured now. I reckon another 24 hours and it should be fine. I've had a look online at various shallow tropical ocean water scenes with rocks. Seems that most have a little bit of a sand that you can see through the water around the rocks. So tonight I'm just putting that on here and there. When this is all completely dry, I might paint it completely white and then add colour to my rocks, the sand bits. There's an old bit of sand that was on this board from previously, that's why I want to do that. I'm really happy I can use the tile adhesive with the filler and get a good texture. The sand I've been using is this resin sand texture medium from Solid Solutions. I'll just show you a little bit. When it dries, it's quite grainy. I could use the tile adhesive on his own, but I'll use this up. It's 24 hours since I've put the artificial sand texture on. I'm going to just paint it totally white all over to blend it all in. I've jumped a bit ahead, did a light grey on my rock areas, and then I washed out I think it was phthalo turquoise with white in the bottom, leaving the middle sections fairly white. I want to tint the resin a bit, so I was a bit hesitant to put too much colour in the background. I don't want my rocks too dark. I had a bit of a play last night with adding a little bit of dark colour on the edges, like it might be a bit of shadow. Being on the east coast of Australia, I have my sun coming that way like it does in the morning. I'm not far from the Great Barrier Reef, hence why this has got a lot of rocks and things happening. Also because I'm very new at this, I've never done this sort of thing before, and I went overboard, which is typical. I'll do this again another time, I'm sure, and there will be far less rocks for me to have to worry about. I'm thinking these bits here will be under the water, so I will do those darker than what I do these. What I'm doing tonight, and I won't film it all because I'm not an artist and I'm still working this out, how I should go about this. I'll turn off my lights on my left side, on this side. Turn on an extra light on this side, and from that, if I want my light to come from that way, I can see where the shadows should go for my artificial rocks. I'll add some more highlights in here. I've pretty well worked out, you know, like a black with a white for the grey, and then white going backwards. And I might add a little bit more of the colour yet. Raw sienna, burnt sienna, maybe the shadow area I tried, I think it was burnt umber and a little bit of black as my shadowy area, and then coming up to raw umber as I got up a little bit higher. Okay, I'm going to finish off the rest of this, and hopefully tomorrow I can get on to the resin. This step here, I've taped up the outside, not because I want it deep, I don't want it to run off. I'm going to mix up some 1:1 resin, add a little tiny tint of a colour in it, thinking just a tiny bit of this Colour Passion turquoise, and I've got a little bit of the aqua. These are gel tints just in case I need them. Behind me here I have my Octopus Fluids resin inks, and I can add a bit of yellow if I need to. I might sprinkle in a bit of these stones as well. I'll go and get ready, get my PPE on, mix up my resin, and I'll be back. 24 hours since I've done this, and it's cured well. I've taken the tape off the side. For this layer, I might just do maybe a little bit more turquoise but slightly darker through here in a couple of spots, and even just clear. I thought about mixing up a little bit of just resin titanium white and doing a tiny little bit of wave work maybe. I'll go and get everything ready, mix up my 1:1 resin again, and I'll be back. As I usually do, here are some photos up closer of the completed project. I really enjoyed making this, and it was a great learning curve. I've never done, so many rock areas and this tropical water sort of look to my pieces before. I really, really, really love it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video as well. Have a good day, everybody, and bye for now.